Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'akol niya bidvaro. It is very difficult when one reads the Bible, the Torah, to penetrate the mind, the mindset of the people that first came into this world, the first couple, Adam and Eve. How can one know what they really felt? Many things that are commonplace to us, our daily experience, for them was a new vision, a new experience, a new sentiment. They had no history. They had no parents who could tell them and mold them. We find that they get together and Adam and Eve procreate. They have a son. So Eve says, Kaniti ish et Hashem. I have created man together with God. She realizes the potential, the strength that she has to produce a human being. Just as God created them, now she is also able to create a human being. So what is the name of the first man that she gives birth to? Her son. His name is Cain. Cain in English. She has a second son. This time the Torah doesn't say who gives him the name, but we can presume it was probably the mother again. She calls him Hevel, Abel in English. Cain and Abel. What does Hevel mean? When we look into Tanakh, into the Bible, we find that in Ecclesiastes, Kohelet in Hebrew, King Solomon says, Divrei Kohelet, these are the words of Kohelet, that's another name for him according to our rabbis, Hevel Havalim, vanity of vanities. Everything is vanity in this world. Everything is worthless. It's nothing in this world. So we find that the word Hevel, the name that Eve gave to her second son, means nothing, means vanity, means nothing substantial. Would any Jewish mother give that name to her son? Well, she wasn't Jewish. At that time, there were no Jews, there were no Christians, there were no Muslims in the world. But would any mother give such a name to her son? Well, when we look into the word Hevel, and we look at other sources in Tanakh, we find that Hevel means something else. It doesn't mean worthless. It means something that doesn't have lasting value in this world, that isn't permanent. It's like vapor-like. It disappears after a while. Maybe she gave that name to her son because she came to the realization that she was not immortal, that she was going to cease her life in this world, and so would the life of the children that she was giving birth to. It is a very important matter. She takes consciousness of that fact. It would have been great, maybe, if we were to be immortal. It reminds me of what Woody Allen said on one occasion. He doesn't want to be immortal because of his works. He'd like to be immortal by not dying. But that is not the case for a human being. We all die eventually. Maybe that was the result of the first sin that Adam and Eve committed, not according to our rabbis. That isn't so. But in any event, we are all mortal. And that is a very important fact to take into consideration. While one may think that to be immortal, immortality would be great in this world, the truth of the matter may be it isn't so. Take a look at things that don't change. Stones, they last forever. But on the other hand, they don't grow really, even though stones can somehow grow in some sense. A human being, if he would be immortal, probably wouldn't grow at all. The reason why we study, why we do things, is because we know that the day will come when we no longer will be in this world. If I were immortal, would I open up a book? I would say to myself, I'll do it next day, I'll do it next month, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next century. I always have time to do anything. At the end of the day, I really wouldn't be doing anything. The fact that I know that I'm mortal, that makes me do certain things. Well, one doesn't think of mortality every day of one's life, even though our rabbis say we should do so. But certainly once in a while, it would be very important to think about it. What would you do if you'd know that you have very little time to live in this world? Whom would you love? Whom would you speak to? What would you try to accomplish? Mira, take a look. Are you doing what you are supposed to do every day of your life? Are you taking advantage of every moment in this world? Or are you postponing things and not really accomplishing, not really realizing the enormous potential that God gave you? Make sure you do that every day of your life.